Hello everybody. Welcome to the Winter's Feast slash Pearl update slash Pearlmas update, the probably last update of 2025. This patch includes some big overarching late game changes and features regarding Pearl to help flesh her out after you kick her off her own island with a bunch of new functional structures and gimmicks. And this update also marks the return of the yearly Winter's Feast festivities, with some cute new changes this time around. Let's dive on in. First things first, log in during this update to earn yourself a Frostjaw Ice Cube skin, fitting since this item got its recipe tweaked in this patch. As well as that, there's a new Twitch drop available for this absolutely gorgeous Crockpot skin, and a new skin bundle for sale in-game, just like every update. This time, we got some lovely Pearl themed skins for both existing and new items that we'll be looking at later, on top of a new 2026 starter pack if you want to get your friends into the game, with a brand new set of pajamas to boot. Now let's get stuck into the main meat and potatoes of this update, the Pearl changes. I already covered these somewhat in my last beta video, but I'll quickly go over them again and highlight any key changes since that beta spotlight. Your first step on this new Pearly adventure can be found after defeating the Crab King with Pearl's pearls inserted into him, meaning you have to have done all of Pearl's other tasks to get her trust high enough to get her a pearl. Defeating Crab King will now give you more than just a guaranteed buried treasure from every bottle you find on the ocean, and will now grant you the recipe for the Combriner. This salty specialty crafting station is all about crafting all sorts of salty related items, with a few being based on already existing items. An upgraded ice staff that freezes things better, a pack of desiccant that will slowly dry you and your items off, a bag of gritting salt that will protect you from slipping on ice, a side grade for the Polly Roger hat, which summons a seal that accumulates salt when swimming instead of a parrot to collect your things and will shake that salt off whenever you're back on land, and bottles. Just regular bottles you found all over the ocean already. You can now make them yourself. Fun. The Combriner will gain new and upgraded recipes as you progress further down what we'll be looking at shortly, which includes things such as a super stronger ice staff, bigger, more effective desiccant packs, and an AoE gritting bag that affects your friends as well as you from slipping on ice. But also, one more item, and my personal favourite, can be unlocked later on, and that is this conch that you can use to teleport to Pearl's house whenever you want, wherever you want, as long as it's not in the caves, up to 10 times each. Use it as a way to get home after a long trip or just to visit Grandma. A super useful item. Mobility and teleportation are super duper strong things to get in this game, and now everyone can have it. The Combriner is very useful, but it's not the main focus of Pearl's update. That would be the new quote-unquote quest around decorating her home post the mutant bosses. Yep, if you weren't a big fan of doing Pearl's quest before, you can now embark on a second one. This quest takes place right after you kick Pearl off her island before the Warbot fight and have her relocated back to the mainland from the Moon Key. The main focus this time around isn't about doing specific tasks, but instead decorating her new homestead with somewhat specific things to increase its quote-unquote decoration score. This can be done in many different ways, and it starts with a 4th upgrade to her house. After that, you can perform various tasks, such as returfing the ground around her base with a more fitting turf, the radius of which is considered her house can be seen whenever you're holding a pitchfork or a turf raiser helmet, planting flowers, building tables and chairs, decorating her house with cute wind chimes, which now make noises since the beta, tidying any junk laying on the ground, planting potted ferns, growing berry bushes. It goes on. If you're ever in a pinch and what to do next, just listen for Pearl's idle chatter. She'll usually mention what has or has yet to be done. Some key changes from the beta is that doing this is now a whole lot easier, with the reward thresholds being significantly lower than what they used to be, and there being some new tasks you can do, like building her a driftwood rocking chair, planting a knobbly tree nearby, or even letting her adopt one of your own critters. Again, if you're ever in a pinch, just listen to what Pearl has to say. But also a massive thank you to Namhai from the Clay Forums for documenting all of this in an amazing forum thread. The link will be in the description, please go check it out. So what's the point of this new decoration score minigame? Well, as you accumulate internal score, you will slowly start to unlock new structures to be crafted at Pearl, as well as some other mechanics. The jobs we just talked about will push this metaphorical unlock bar further and further along, getting you new toys to play with as you pretty up her base. These include the upgraded Combrina recipes that I mentioned earlier, as well as some brand new structures, such as these adorable chain lampposts which both increase her decoration score even more, and a new feature since the beta, will actually allow Pearl to stay outside during dusk if there's enough light. On top of that, you can also make this massive drying rack. It's a really big drying rack that can hold 3 times as much stuff as the last one, as well as producing salt when drying kelp. Next up is the bath. New mechanic for this update is that you can soak in any bath-bombed bath on the lunar island for a pleasant restore of HP and a draining of your sanity at the cost of a lot of wetness gain. Also a quick new change from the beta, the bath bombs will now never spoil, so you can stock up on these forever. If you get Pearl's decoration score high enough, you'll be able to make your own bath near her place, which you can both soak in for that lovely HP regen and, different to the moon pools, sanity regen instead of degen. Except for that one character, of course. And the last new Pearl structure we'll be looking at, which you can get earlier than the other ones, is Pearl's tea shop. Get her score somewhat high enough and Pearl will teach you how to make her own tea shop, letting you trade in bottles and dried petals, which is now something you can do by the way with any flower at a drying rack, to brew assortments of tea. These can be sipped up to 10 times each per bottle to grant all sorts of buffs over time, depending on the tea of course. From very fast health and sanity restoration, to temperature control, and even the ability to pacify gestalts, including gestalt guards even if you're wearing shadow equipment. A change from the beta is that these now actually work for me, but also have had their effects buffed massively and prices slashed in 2. No longer calling for tens of petals per cup. The petal prices of these teas will get cheaper and cheaper as Pearl's decoration score gets higher and higher, which is something to keep in mind if you want to make full use of these brews and get them a little bit cheaper. But now, it's time for some very important changes from the beta. You are now able to steal Pearl's laundry and do whatever you want with it. But you are also now able to customize Pearl to your liking with all sorts of cute little outfits. Yes, Pearl skins were not on my bingo card for this year's update, but it's hard not to be chuffed with them with how bloomin' adorable she looks with them on. I think this more than makes up for the forceful eviction thanks to Wagstaff. I like the purple one the best. Which one's your favourite? Leave a comment down below. So with this update, you got yourself a lovely little Pearl quest to take part in and get some very useful, very late game items. Superb stuff all around either way, and all the more worth it to see Pearl happy once more. But of course, that's not the only stuff in this update besides the new fish jerky that I forgot to mention until now. Like I mentioned at the start, it's also Winter's Feast yet again. You can find all sort of fun festivities to take part in, such as snowman building, Christmas tree decorating, laser clops hunting, and feasting. However, much like how earlier this year we got some new stuff for Hallowed Nights, we also have some new stuff for Winter's Feast too. Like some cute free quote-unquote skins for Pearl structures. Simply use your tidy sweeper on Pearl stuff to get it all festive. Her house, her lamppost, and even her drying rack and her hot tub. On top of that, if you make a brand new world, you can find occasionally random Winter's Feast trees dotted around in the wild with gifts just for you. Nothing wrong with these new set pieces at all. Nothing at all. You might even get yourself a Tam O'Shanter really early on with these. I'm all for new set pieces, be them festive locked or not, so I love this. They should have added Christmas tree guards though, that would have owned so much. And that wraps up this year's most likely last update. A fun romp around Pearl's new tea shop bathhouse and some jovial winter festivities. Hope you enjoyed this little update spotlight, and I cannot wait to see all the stuff we get next year. However, this is also, most likely, my last video of the year too. It's been an utterly amazing year not only for myself, but also the channel, so I'm gonna take some time off for the end of the year before I get back in with some new stuff come next year. Update spotlights, challenges, lore videos, and probably some stuff I should have taken care of a long time ago. I just need to take a few weeks to have some rest, and I hope you are all able to do the same. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching. Be it this video or any of the other ones, you have all been nothing but wonderful to me, and I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am now without you guys. Happy holidays, happy new year, and happy starving, you wonderful lot you. Take care, all of you. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.